Yeah, that was a seed. Just make sure that it's down. Oh, my tree fell. You can't see. The top of it fell, but all the vines have been probably keeping it alive, or holding it, I should say. So that's a pretty dead tree. From what my neighbor told me is these 3 trees, well, actually 4 trees on my property, these big oaks died because they hauled in a bunch of soil or clay, killed all the feeder roots down here because they basically suffocated, and that's it. They're just gonna keep falling down. I'm not gonna get anywhere near this one because I'm afraid this branch might fall on my head because it's just being held up by vines. But this would have been an amazing tree if you didn't kill it. Look at how big those vines are and the mushrooms growing out of it. That could have happened after it died. Can't really see. Ah. It's a little woody over here. A lot of grass, so thankfully I've got boots on, rubber boots, so if a snake bites me. Look at all of this potential wood for hugel. These are all the big limbs that fell off this tree. I think I've got some critters living in there. Definitely have deer that have come through. They've eaten all my blackberries. I only got to eat a handful of them. But yeah, this is it. This nitrogen fixer is not on my property, but it definitely throws some seeds out. Still a few on the tree after the hurricane. You can tell this is a little matted down, so we got some animals nesting out here. Got a little junk pile. Toss some of the stuff out. Alright, got a break in the mulch. Oh, there's some more nitrogen fixers. Those are the poison ones that, again, I gotta keep the berries from forming and dropping. So eventually, I'll have this property gated in or fenced in, something so I can let my chickens free roam. Hate keeping them in the trampoline, but they're serving the purpose as a mower. All right, come across here. Got my little patch. I threw out a bunch of seeds, and then I thinned them out, planted them back in the hugel. I've got some more here. That was 2 or 3 weeks later. And this is not a very good location. It was just the last spot that the chickens were at where I could come in and plant seeds real quick. Because I was trying to do it time-wise, but we've had a lot of warm weather. So, again, the sun, this is south, so it comes into the trees, and I lose all my light. I have beginnings of an earth bed building. I've got the foundation done. I need to put plastic all around here, put my first 2 layers of bags down. That will be the foundation raised up. I'll fill the center end with soil and then cement, like mixture, blend it together, pack it down, and have a nice earthen floor. And then we come over to the chickens. They got a lot of napkins in their compost this morning. But that will break down. I'll move them. Ah, you little meanie. You little meanie. Look at that. That's mean. Ow. Scared me when you bit me. Get it. Get it. These little guys are mean. They always peck at my toes when I was wearing flip-flops. We got Loki over there. We've got the big chicken Thor. Literally, he's a big chicken. And he's a chicken. Loki runs him off because I think he's got the bigger, what do you call that thing on the top? So That's usually alpha male has the larger, more red thing, but his is black. His barnyard chicken. There's Paula Dean, my little fat girl. These, I think they're called Jersey Blacks. Man, they've gotten really big. I didn't realize they'd get so heavy. Much heavier than these cookies and cream gang. See, mean. They actually let me touch them. Mean but nice. All the other ones are afraid. Some of these are, gifted or I rescued. Like this white one here. She's a little crazy. And I got an egg. So yeah, this is what the chickens can do. Back up some. Look at that, just devastation in a way. So I brought them down here, stopped right where it gets mushy from the marsh little wet spot that I have, pushed them towards the house there, and now I'm bringing them back down. And I move it about halfway into the new grass, leave it there for 2 days, and then they could just completely devastate this area. So what I might do is put down some radish seed, at least in the new spot here, radish and turnips, put hay down, and then hopefully they'll help aerate the soil because it's pretty packed in clay here. And then I'll take you into the wet spot. Other than that, this is the last bit of the property. See, it's getting mushy. Ooh, garbage. I need to get that. Where is that? Oh. Yep, just a wet spot. Bunch of cattails were growing in here. Eventually I want to dig this out. Hopefully I don't have to do it by hand, but who knows? Dig this out, make it deeper. I would love to have, my neighbor's got a pond right in here somewhere. And it's quite, he said it was quite deep. It's probably about, it started out at 12, and I think it's about 11 now since everything settled down. I've got some more winter rye. This was a little cage for baby chickens. Working up, and see here I moved this as a paddock system as well. And you can see here was a nice patch. Made sure I threw the rye down here. Fairly dense, just to choke out some of these weeds. Got another hugel that I'm starting. You can see down there I've got coffee grounds, and I've got a bunch of transplant kale, more kale. Start putting the little onion starts in here. Still have some okra. They got frostbitten last night. So did this eggplant. Got some salad, some peas. These were transplants from a couple of weeks ago, and they have done so well. I've already harvested this last night or yesterday. So you can tell it's quite bushy, and it's called Kale Storm. So it's doing pretty well. Not too much other things have been bitten by frost again, except for the eggplant. I come across here. More winter peas. I've got some little tiny Turkish orange eggplant. They're pretty seedy, so that was more of a designer plant, I guess. They had no real purpose. I'm sure I could probably feed them to the rabbits. I've got some more kale, there's kale planted in here with pak choy, or eggplant. And alright, here's the comfrey. I planted these out in the yard. They were dying or weren't doing so well, so I planted them in here, and they have just kicked into gear.